IVM.
Hello, this is Shifa welcoming you to Smile India, the podcast that gets you positive news from every corner of India. The first bit of news is from Mumbai. When the lockdown began and aggregator cabs were not allowed to ply, Vidya Shelke was one driver who was upset. Her husband was not able to work either and her children were home from school. So she was the only one getting home the money. Yet Vidya is not the sort to feel down for too long, so she started doing her groundwork. She found out how you get permission to travel between cities, and once that was sorted, she made a video of herself, her sanitized car, and its availability. She shared it on her social media handles and calls started coming in. People stranded in Mumbai were glad that they could get home at a reasonable rate. Vidya made sure that only 2 passengers were on her trip, everyone wore a mask, and they used the hand sanitizers she had in her car. Soon she was dropping people to Pune, Nasik, and Ahmednagar. She never took more than 1 trip a day, so she had time to wash and sanitize the car between trips. She had some very grateful passengers and showed everyone how she'd been able to use this difficult time to help those in need and make money to keep her home fires burning. If you've ever tried to get blood at a short notice for someone hospitalized, you would know how daunting it can be. Do you know that someone in our country needs donated blood every 2 seconds? Well, a few years ago, a group of like-minded people decided to do something about it. And today they've been successfully running the world's biggest blood donation program, Blood Donors India. They have a data bank of donors that's catalogued meticulously. So whenever needed, you reach out to them on Twitter or on their website, blooddonors.in, and there will be someone to assist you. Balu Nair, one of the founders, says they managed to save about 8 lives a day across India, but would like the numbers to go up. What's amazing is that they are the bridge between 2 strangers and form a circle of kindness that can save lives. I'm joining the circle. You could too. Okay, tell me something. Do you know what's so special about Moga in Punjab? They seem to have some amazing amounts of compassion. First, we heard about actor Sonu Sood from Moga, who's been working tirelessly for the last 3 months helping people with food and travel arrangements, and now we hear of another giving soul. Her name is Mrs Dhaliwal, and she spends her entire day in social service. She wakes up early, prays for some time, and then starts making masks for frontline workers and the needy. She does this at the age of 98. She asks for a sewing machine, which is almost as old as her, and gets to work. Seeing her do this, saying that this is a service to God, her grandchildren often join in. Her daughter-in-laws finish their chores and pitch in. Now even ladies from the neighborhood come, inspired by BG. She smiles and says, "This work has got me energized." So what's your excuse? Thank you, Mrs Dhaliwal, for being such an inspiration. Another bit of news that I must share comes from Tripura. There are these gorgeous leak-proof bamboo bottles being made there, which are available online and quite the current rage. This is something that hit the market recently after months of research and hard work. The government launched the Tripura Rehabilitation Plantation Program, and under this they figured that while they had a lot of bamboo, not all of it was being used well. The state has 30% of the nation's bamboo output, so the officers bought bamboo from farmers and trained local artisans, showing them new cool designs. They in turn trained others, and bottles were made where the inside is steel or glass and the casing is bamboo. The bottles are long-lasting and a great source of income to artisans who need it. Hope all our state governments think of similar schemes to save our handicrafts. This is the right time, I believe, for all of us to start looking at handmade Indian products as our first option. They're easily available and most stores are online too. Think cotton handmade masks, bed linen, cloth bags, wooden trays, ceramic crockery, bamboo mugs, clay bowls. The list is endless. I love populating my home and life with these pieces of art. They're not so expensive and they last forever. The other area you can look for is homemade Indian snacks. Every locality has someone who makes pickles, sweets, savories. The food is clean, healthy, and made with love and pride. I'm not just being vocal for local, I'm talking about things I actually do. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on IVM Network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on our social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, it's at Shifa on Instagram and Twitter. Have fun. I'll see you in the next episode.
I hope you enjoyed that show. I'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Paytm Money and Intel.
So, been a really exciting week on the network this week. We've had some really cool stuff. My old friend Vivek Lad was on Storytellers and Storysellers. Definitely do check that out. On Cyrus Said, we had Ashwin Sanghi on Thursday's episode, and Cyrus and myself did a cock and bull, just the two of us. That was fun as well on Monday. Do check that out. Masaba was on Advertising is Dead, which was another really, really strong episode from Varun. And on the sports front, both Edges and Sledges, Football Shitball had some really fun episodes. That's the Football Twaddle. Do check those out as well. And if you haven't been paying attention and you haven't been listening to Smile India in these times, I don't know why you aren't. It's the most uplifting show that you could listen to. It's a short, bite-sized piece of really positive things that happen in India. Do definitely check that out. And with that, we hope to see you again next week.
Namaskar, this is Ashish Vidyarthi. Yes, my friend, these are challenging times, but in these challenging times, we can create something extraordinary. Do take time to listen to my podcast, Begin the Journey, available on the IVM Podcasts, website, app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, we have a great opportunity called life. Cheers.